So I know I didn't upload for like over a week straight, but I swear there was a good reason. I promise there was a good reason for it. So like there was a whole, strike going on for Palestine and I thought, "Oh, I'll stand in solidarity with them and I won't upload because I think that's a fair thing to do and I still stand by that decision because that was a great decision in my opinion." Anyways, here we got a Skywars video because I was bored. I also forgot to record my voice for this, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't need to worry about that. We're just playing some Sky Wars, enjoying ourselves. I honestly, this was a surprisingly good set of Sky Wars games. Like I had an unnaturally easy time in these. Like people kind of sucked this early on in the day. I recorded this at like 9 in the morning because I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, I think filming a video right now, I think that's a great idea. I should definitely do that. Anyways, you guys are probably wondering about the kind of frankly weird title that I probably put up, that I actually don't know what I'm putting up now, but I will find something funny that I will use to out of context like talk about the story because it was really funny from what I remember in my times in elementary school. Elementary school was a weird time for me, but so in middle school, did I just say middle school? I was talking about elementary school. God, I'm such an idiot. Anyways, in elementary school, I was a little bit of a rebel type, didn't follow the rules. I didn't like people, didn't respect authority. I was a gangster, absolutely I was. And, I would very often find myself in a position where I, would get in trouble. So one of their most effective strategies that my school had for a deterrent for bad behavior is they would take our recess. But they didn't just take our recess, they specifically still took us outside, but put us at a different part of the school grounds. Like, we could still see the kids playing recess, but we were in like this flat field area and we just had to sit there with the other kids who didn't have recess. So they didn't isolate us or anything like that, like in our classrooms or whatever. They just had us sit with the other bad kids. It was basically like detention, but during recess, right? And this kind of backfired on them a lot, mostly because of me. Because when I was in recess, you're taking this child who absolutely needed dopamine and 100% would do stupid shit if he was bored, and you put him in a place where his friends are going to be at the playground. And just like, yeah, I'm sure this definitely won't backfire in any way, shape, or form. Anyways, I found a way for us to still have the most possible fun at recess ever, using the best game ever conceived by the mortal mind. And it was called Sharks and Minnows. When I tell you, the average 4th or 5th grader had the time of their fucking life playing this game. I mean it most sincerely. Because tell me why the hell every single child just has the most abundant amount of energy that they can run back and forth from 100 meters. Like, we didn't have a small Sharks and Minnow field. Like I said, this place was like a small field next to the playground, and we had to stay in that field. But we thought, hey, what's the best use to maximize this space? Let's play Sharks and Minnows and have us run across the entire field for one, sprint through. So basically, if you don't know what Sharks and Minnows is, it's basically a game where you have one shark and everyone else is minnows. They're on one side of a field, and you have to sprint to the other side. That's basically it. If the shark touches you, then you become a shark, and you have to touch other minnows when they're trying to run across to turn them into sharks. And what ended up occurring is I started making the game so fun because I was spearheading everyone joining this game if they were in the recess detention thing. I made it so fun that kids from the playground would come over to the field to play sharks and minnows with us. And this isn't a joke. Like, there were no rules against people at the playground coming to the recess detention. The recess detention kids just couldn't go to the playground. But kids would go from the playground to play sharks and minnows with us because we were having such a fun time playing the game. And the teachers hated that because we were basically getting rewarded by playing such a large and fun game with everyone for doing really stupid things in class. Like, oh, I know my 4th and 5th grade teacher hated me. Like, oh, she probably despised every moment I was in her class. Oh man, it was so funny. And it all happened because I just went to each individual person, because back then social anxiety didn't exist for me. And I would just go, hey, do you want to play sharks and minnows? We can get everyone else here to play. And I would just say that to every single person, not knowing if everyone would want to play sharks and minnows, but they ended up wanting to anyways, because what else were they gonna do? Stand there? So, and it came to a head on the final recess of 5th grade, where quite literally every single person on the playground instead went over to play sharks and minnows with the kids who were in recess detention. Because obviously they had recess detention still on the last day. Why wouldn't they? Teachers sucked. But we all felt bad for these kids, so we were just like, you know what? Let's play sharks and minnows with these kids, because they don't deserve to have their fun taken away. And honestly, I can just remember seeing this huge wall of children just running back and forth and back and forth. I was always among one of the last people there, still running back and forth, because I was always so... I specifically was one of the faster kids in elementary school, and I point this out because me and my friends were so cringe about it too, because we made a quote-unquote Sonic Club. This is not a joke, by the way. I'm fully outing myself on the internet. We made a quote-unquote Sonic Club for the 4 fastest kids in 5th grade. And we each named ourselves after Sonic characters. Like, based on how fast we were. I wasn't the fastest kid. I was the 2nd fastest. So I was Shadow. The fastest kid was Sonic. And then I think it went Knuckles and then Tails. But we were the fastest kids. And we named ourselves after fucking Sonic characters. Those other 4, they were also among the last to play sharks and minnows too, or the last to be minnows, because we were just so fucking fast that the other kids couldn't fucking catch us. It was so funny that I continually spited the teachers out of just the sheer fact I hated them for putting me in recess detention, but I proceeded to also call myself Shadow the Hedgehog while fucking doing it. Anywho, that's going to be the end of the video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed me being a rebel in elementary school, and I'll see you guys around next time.